2, 1.
Somehow, the arrow found a way between the shafts.
That was a beautiful shot, but don't have a split arrow.
3, 2, 1. Ooh!
How's it going?
Another test, and this time, a partial split.
That is the best so down far. Here, right here.
Now,
just fell off this bottom one. Ah, see?
3, 2, 1.
That was a good shot.
Grant's rig is right on target, but still no Robin Hood. Just a growing pile of kindling.
3, 2, 1.
There's another big piece. We got a little bit of a split here. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. But, you know, still not a Robin Hood.
Tori thinks the amount of kinetic energy being delivered to the target might be too great.
I don't know, I'm just thinking that this might be too powerful and it's just splintering them instead of actually splitting them.
The solution? Move the rig back. But now the wind is becoming a factor, and they're not hitting anything.
Well, gosh darn it.
This myth is fast becoming one ye old pain in the arrow shaft. Makes you wonder how they did it in the movie, doesn't it?
We had to move the rig inside because it turns out the wind is really becoming a factor with these arrows, and our accuracy is totally off. So we've moved everything inside, and we're going to try this experiment again.
Our current thinking is that there's too much kinetic energy. One of two possibilities is our fired arrow comes in and hits the target arrow and just shatters it. The other possibility, and this is Tori's theory, is that the fired arrow comes in and hits a target arrow, which flexes, and it doesn't allow us to get a clean shot down the middle. So hopefully, by reducing the amount of velocity, we can reduce the kinetic energy and get a clean split right down the middle.
Still nothing.
We've given up. Obviously, from any distance, we're not getting the accuracy that we need in order to split the arrow. We're going to take accuracy out of the equation and move into the end of an arrow. We're going to put the machine right on it, fire it, and see if that is able to split an arrow.
They set up for a point-blank shot. Will the target split, or might Tori be on the lookout for a new bow?
There's a minor possibility we might break Tori's bow, but the producer has agreed to buy Tori a new bow.
3,
Everyone
2,
takes cover.
1.
Oh, that happened. All right, well.
Dude, this is...
It split it around 6 inches.
Looks like there could be a split in the build team as well.
Guys, in my mind, this is busted. I mean, there's no way anybody's going to be able to do this on command if we're right up against it with every possible accuracy established. I'm thinking this is busted right here, personally.
Now they're splitting hairs.
Well, the only problem is that how we defined it is it possible? We didn't add the on-demand part.
Yeah, but that is the myth. I mean, he has to be able to do it one right after the other. Otherwise, it's just a fluke.
It's possible.
It is a fluke.
On a fluke, but that's not the myth. On a fluke, that's just silly.
I think it's too soon to call it busted. I think it is possible. Maybe it's not, but I just think it's too soon to call it busted.
I'm willing to give it another shot, but you guys are going to have to prove to me that this is possible on demand for me to actually personally feel it's confirmed or plausible whatsoever.
Back in the days of yore, at the Tulare County Renaissance Fair, 16 noble archers have accepted the Mythbusters challenge. Whomsoever can split a wooden arrow from nock to tip shall claim the coveted golden arrow. Each contestant gets 3 shots. When that doesn't work, they all fire in formation.
see any splitting arrows.
The target's got more bristles than a porcupine, but there's still not a split arrow in sight.
How many of you have done it before?
Hi. I've done some archery, you mean? Yeah.
No, I split the arrow.
Not splitting all the way down. Not all the way down to the head. Half. You only got a halfway.
Travis Fletcher is master of an archery guild whose members shoot at Renaissance fairs all over the state. He has his own ideas about the origin of the myth.
The splitting of the arrow was actually more likely an archery game that was used in order to train the archers. It was called slisting the wand, where the an arrow would have been set as a vertical target, either in the ground or against a tree. And then the archers would have attempted to split the arrow or slist the arrow with theirs.
We came here to see if any archer could split an arrow, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to think that this is impossible.
Looks like we're going to have to take the golden arrow home with us.
Oh, that's too bad. And we are locked and loaded.
Back at Mythbuster HQ, they're still trying to split an arrow. It took less time to split the atom.
And 3, 2.
Once again, they've got arrow and target shaft touching.
Look at the angle. It just kind of carved it out.
Tori and Grant study the high-speed shot.
The blade of the arrow is just basically following the grain of the wood and just popping out where it ends.
Yeah, also I see that the arrow is kind of flexing on impact.
Yeah, maybe what we should do is make a channel so that way the shooting arrow follows that all the way down the target arrow and it has no chance of moving.
Right, they're like totally aligned, and then as it goes through, we get a straight split.
Yeah, okay.
Some might call it thorough. Some might call it cheating. Grant fashions a thin tube that encases both arrow and target, holding them in exact alignment. Hopefully, the arrow will be guided all the way along the target shaft, splitting it right down the middle.
3, 2, 1.
They try a copper tube.
3, 2, 1.
They try carbon fiber, but nothing can stop that arrow from following the grain.
So as far as I'm concerned, with all of our testing, which I believe was extremely thorough, I'm calling this one busted. You cannot split an arrow from the tail to the tip, and unless somebody can come out of the woodworks with either a video or does it right in front of my eyes on command, one after the other, I'm saying this is busted.
I'm totally with you. Busted.
Busted with a capital B.
They pre-tension the sling into the loading position, then place the 130-pound Susie aboard.
Oh yeah. She's in! She's in! That's it.
If you've ever flown economy, you know just how Susie's feeling. But it's all systems go for a second shot at the world record.
Okay, I'm pulling the pin. Guys, go ahead and start up.
The Greydalls slowly stretch up the surgical rubber.
Looking good. Adam, get ready to fire. Go ahead. Roger that. Okay, I recommend to fire. Go, Adam.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As Jamie would say, whoops.
Well, that was a familiar result.
So what went wrong this time?
What happened is the same thing that happened with our bowling ball. The sling is actually rotating around, holding on to the dummy and slinging it back. How we solved that, I'm not exactly sure. We put almost absolute full tension on the rig this last run, and the dummy looked like she was going pretty awful fast. I think if we can manage to release her properly, we'll see what this rig is capable of.
Adam thinks that taking up some of the seat's slack might help to release the dummy.
You could almost tie a knot around that. Just give it a
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They also try seating her sideways.
Yeah, I see what you're doing, Tori, and I like that. 5 minutes, I want to be going. Woo!
Seconds out, round 3.
Okay, go ahead and start detention.
Tension's the word. Another failure now, and this myth's in trouble.
Adam, I want you to do the count quick once we get into position, over. Okay, stop Grant. Fire at will.
I am firing in 3, 2, 1.
really get a good launch. At least it wasn't a, like, throwback.
The high-speed camera shows that Susie slipped out of her sling, so she didn't receive all the available thrust.
128 feet. I'm afraid she's still a Canadian.
Border crossing, that's what it's all about.
There's only enough daylight left for one final launch. Buster's understudy, Rescue Randy, takes the hot seat.
Okay, oof.
He's going to be shooting for the world human cannonball record of 201 feet. Jamie's made a last-minute adjustment to the sling arrangement. Adam's impressed.
Let's go! Jamie, it looks a lot more diabolical now. I don't know, you might have done it.
Not one to be left out, Adam makes his own modification to the launch seat so that the dummy sits higher up.
This is center of bounce was about here. I want it to be here. That was that string, this is that string.
It looks high, Adam.
I know it looks high, but he was real low last time. This is a classic Mythbusters scenario. We're just about to do the end thing. You've made a modification and I'll have made a modification and we'll both want to take credit if it works. I've seen it before.
You can take credit, Adam.
Oh, he sucked me in the jaw.
There you go. The center of balance is pretty much dead in the middle.
Okay.
I think this one's gonna go. I do.
How far?
220 feet.
220?
The light is fading fast. They hurriedly pre-tension the sling and make a final pre-flight inspection.
I think it looks pretty good.
Let's pull the pin and do it. Pin is out. Release cable is clear.
Okay, go ahead and tension.
I want this to work.
Grant and Tori slowly advance towards the edge of the dock. To get the 165-pound dummy past the world record marker, they'll need every inch of the 40-foot stretch.
Grant, stop. Tori, keep going.
When the sling is at maximum tension, 4,000 pounds of pressure is ready to be unleashed.
Okay, stop. Fire at will.
3, 2, 1.
Blast off. Now that's a throw.
Did we get him to the border? He passed the... Wow! He passed the 200 mark! That's a record! Good work. Nice.
Miraculously, the dummy is still in one piece.
You're not gonna get the mattress, that's for freaking sure.
Look back at... I know. I mean, that's a hell of a flight.
My money says he would have gone over if we had more time to balance it. Because it's not far
He
away.
would have gone over the fence, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would reckon that he would have easily made it over the fence because we lost so much energy to this.
Yeah.
The high-speed camera shows that Buster's stunt double still slipped out of the sling, causing him to rotate. But it was still quite a flight.
You broke the world record for cannonball.
What is it? What was our distance?
Your distance at the first landing was 211 feet.
Well,
Nicely done.
I'd say that's a good job. That's all we can do today.
Let's pack up and go home. I'm tired.
They've flung their final fling. It's been a myth-busting marathon, which started like this and ended like this. A world record for a dummy at least. Not a bad consolation prize, but the myth of the border slingshot is busted.
You know, that was a lot of fun to try, but I think you and I were both pretty clear from the get-go that the whole idea of a traveling rig that throws immigrants 200 yards onto a mattress was ludicrous.
Yeah, but from an engineering standpoint, we did prove that it would be possible, and I think that we could have done it if we had another week or so to nut it out.
Yeah, it might have been possible, but look at the spirit of the myth. To throw them 200 yards would be a much bigger thing than we built, and ours is in no way portable. And Randy was going 56 miles per hour when we threw him 200 feet. If we threw him 200 yards, he'd be going close to 100 miles an hour. And everything we've done with Buster says that's not a survivable fall, no matter what kind of mattress you've got.
You just need more of them. Maybe like 200.
No way. This thing is completely and totally busted. We did it.
Yeah, well, okay. It's busted. Time so he doesn't rip the thing. He's gonna favor the upwind side of the X a little bit, over. You guys make sure you can get under that truck in a hurry, over. Okay, Steve, I'd say go ahead and release at will. You look good, over. Okay, he's releasing, guys.
It's going.
It's going.
Oh, it's beautiful!
Be careful before you speak too soon.
Look at that! Woo!
It's not over yet.
I know! Come on, Buster!
Look at those little entry ramps are like wings, you know?
Oh, that's great!
Buster's on the ground. Buster's on the ground.
Well, that looked like a much nicer ride. I'll hazard a guess that Buster may well be intact this time entirely.
But appearances can be deceptive. Buster has once again sustained some severe damage. But would he have survived?
All the 50G shock watches broke on all of his limbs, but in his chest, the 75 and the 100 did not get tripped.
So that means that he got all busted up. He would not be a happy camper, but he might just be alive.
If you could have leaped out of the airplane with this raft, inflated it in midair, rigged 4 points to it so you could hang from it like a parachute, you might, just might survive. But all the other aspects of this are so unrealistic. The odds of you being able to achieve this rig while falling out of a plane are so unlikely as to be almost ludicrous.
This myth has a busted look about it. But the boys decide to give it another go. Next, they'll test Buster on the escape slide.
How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing great, Jamie. I'm not doing a hell of a lot for the cause, but, you know, I look good, and that's really important.
Hey, so this is what it's like to be in one of those parades, right?
Come on.
Round 4. Adam's opponent and Buster's new ride is a DC-10 escape slide.
That's the coolest thing ever!
Adam celebrates with more coffee tablets. And like Tigger, he does his best thinking while bouncing.
All right, so we got to figure out where to put Buster in here.
They decide on a rig with a view.
He'll be like this. Oh my God! Like that.
Okay.
After 3 drops with the life raft and a better understanding of the forces at work, Jamie and Adam make short work of the escape slide rig.
Chopper ready to go?
Buster, you are cleared for takeoff.
We should all be clear, like, and be aware the wind's blowing this thing this way once it starts to do liftoff. Wind's increasing, so you guys be ready to duck and cover. Okay, he's at 2,000 feet, guys, so be ready. The drop will come anytime.
And the drop has happened.
Oh, look, it's sailing.
Wow.
So far. I bet it flipped, so it's looking like it's wanting to.
Oh.
Tell the guys to watch out.
Watch yourselves, guys. Wow!
Certainly not going where I thought it was going to go, Kelly.
That is incredible.
Oh, damn.
What?
It just looks like it wants to flip so bad anytime now.
I know.
Oh!
Wow!
second, I might almost be willing to take that ride. That looked incredibly gentle.
I got a peak of 42. It's rocking back and forth.
Yeah?
Mostly about in the 20 range.
Once again, Grant's reliable radar gun was the only device to measure Buster's final velocity. But it's crunch time. Is there any life in this Hollywood myth?
Good, let me
I don't see any damage at all.
In fact, not a single bone is broken.
Let's see his chest.
Nope, it's clean.
And the 50, 75, and 100G shock watches all remain intact.
Well, it looks like Buster survived, so I'll be darned. But, you know, that looked really sweet. It looked like it would have been a lot of fun.
Dude, it looked like it would be also the most terrifying ride in the world. You're like, oh my God, no, okay, I'm okay. Oh, no.
With Buster in good health, it seems this fall was easily survivable. The slide not only slowed his fall, but also acted as a giant airbag on landing.
It surprised the heck out of me with all the difficulty that we had earlier, but it worked like a charm. And, you know, outside of the obvious thing that we keep going against with this myth, that you'll never get into one of these while an aircraft is going for 100 miles an hour or whatever, but if you did, that would be the way to do it.
So what do you think of those results?
Well, that was a lot of fun. You know, in spite of what we thought, actually the life raft and the slide significantly reduced Buster's velocity.
But you're not going to get that door open that's got the slide in it. The second you inflate it, it's going to rip right off the plane. If you inflate the raft inside the plane, there's no way you're getting it out the door. I mean, it's just every aspect of it, it's busted.
Okay, it's busted.
Does being shot really throw you back through the air? Not according to the Mythbusters. But some viewers disagreed. The first time round, because both the pig and Buster were hung from a hook, their center of gravity was not like a human. They should have been supported around their chest. Even though the Mythbusters showed how to do the blown away effect, some fans were unconvinced.
So how are we going to set this one right?
Well, we need to come up with a different rig that will support the body more on its center of gravity. So I think we should get Tori to arrange that, and you know, it shouldn't be that hard.
I think we should also go to the new biggest gun we found we have access to, and this time shoot him with a 50 caliber.
Yeah, if that won't do it, then nothing's gonna.
Well, an RPG would. But this myth is about more conventional shootings. First, the build team has got to make a center of gravity rig for Buster.
They're all skin and bones.
Tori and Grant are going to recycle the previous rig, but support Buster in a different way.
I'm going to extend a bar from his chest out to the original pig rig, and that any amount of pressure would knock him back.
Buster will now be supported at his chest, exactly where he'll get shot. This means all the bullet's energy will be transferred into blowing him away.
Okay, now the question is, how much force is it going to take to get him off of there?
The team need to prove that only a minimal force will knock him off. Because if a tiny force can make him fall down, then a powerful bullet should send him flying back.
You're going to throw him over with a glove. Okay, try not to hurt him. That was rad. Maybe you should use both gloves.
If the glove fits, throw it.
Okay, wow.
He needs something a little heavier, like a bolt from the blue.
Across the shot. That's where that one's going.
Good shot.
The gloves are off, so Tori opts for a baseball instead. It's strike 3 for Buster.
I just tested the rig. If I was able to knock the dummy off with a baseball, a bullet is going to have that much more force. It should be able to knock it off, and then we'll be able to see if it knocks it 6 feet back.
Now, Buster's got a date on the range, and he needs to look his best. So, Tori makes him a new head, while Carrie carves out a bulletproof plate. The impenetrable steel will ensure that the bullet's full kinetic energy will be transferred to Buster. and maybe knock him back.
If we manage to capture all of the bullet's energy on this plate and Buster still doesn't get blown back, I think that we can positively say that this myth is completely and totally busted.
Before Buster faces the firing squad, he first needs his bulletproof vest. He's ready to take one for the team. And first up, it's the shotgun.
Okay, 12 gauge gear slug at 20 feet. And 3, 2, 1.
His head came off.
Well, he'd certainly be dead, but a Hollywood special this wasn't.
He didn't fly back
That's okay.
6 feet.
No, he just crumpled.
He just fell right where he was.
I mean, his feet are still exactly where they were,
Yeah.
except one leg is broken.
Broken leg is the least of his worries, as the high speed shows.
See the bullet hitting? I can see him sliding off the rig, and he's moving backwards maybe an inch. This is exactly what we saw the last time we did this test.
It just got shot. That's
This
it.
is the deer slug with the rig in the center of his gravity, just as we've been asked to do, busted. Let's move to the 50 cal.
With his head and leg back on, the team also add the half-inch thick steel so that the full force of the 50 cal is transferred to Buster's center of gravity.
Did you see the 50 caliber bullets?
That's rad.
It's like the Acme Bugs Bunny banana bullet.
That's huge.
They're little missiles. Are we gonna get a chance to shoot, I wonder?
Actually, no. That honor falls to its owner, Brian, even though he's yet to have a chance to shoot it.
Why haven't you fired it yet?
Well, it's too powerful for most of the local ranges, and the property I have to shoot it at is a swamp for 6 months out of the year.
Are you excited?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard having this sitting at home and just looking at it day after day, night after night. Not that I really do that, but it sounds good.
Note to self, turn down invitations to Brian's place. It's Buster's last stand.
3, 2, 1.
Buster's down for the count, but he's not blown away.
That one rattled my bones. I still feel it.
But how much of the bullet's lethal momentum did he absorb?
Well, let's see.
The round hit Buster right at his center of gravity and pierced the plate.
Look at the deformation on this. That is a lot of kinetic energy.
But where did it end up?
Oh my God.
Wait.
Lodged in his spine.
Is that it?
That's the bullet.
Buster took the force of the 50 cal and still just slumped.
We had 100% of the kinetic energy on Buster, and he still did not fly back. I would say that this is busted, busted, rebusted, and busted.
Well, yeah, I'm satisfied by looking at this. Let's check out the high-speed footage.
He went back a full 2.5 inches there.
If that.
He's not flying back.
No.
No, that wasn't flying back. Can we put this one to bed, please? Does anyone else have any goddamn suggestions for getting this one right? Because I think we got it.
Well, you know, let's just say you don't want to get shot by a gun, you know, but it's not going to throw you across the room for whatever little that's worth. And so stop doing it in the movies. If it doesn't make any sense, it just looks fake.
That's because it is. The fly-by-wire boys do it every time. But catch an older movie before this trick was invented, and everyone just slumps. And the final nail in the coffin of this myth comes courtesy of Newton. His third law states that any action has an equal and opposite reaction. So if Buster was going to be blown away, then our sharpshooter would have to be thrown an equal distance backwards.
You know, I never cease to be amazed at how riled up people get when they think we've gotten something wrong. And I'm glad we redid Blown Away, but I don't think we came up with anything too radically new with it. Do you?
No, and you know, we again talked to an expert. We talked to a guy from the FBI that is a crime scene investigator, and he verified that this just doesn't happen. It's busted again.